I am very much alive. I am also going to make the secret nosy ping. Secret nosy ping. Nobody saw that. Okay. Ugh. Squeaky chair. Hello, Jinder. Hello, Nox. How are you two? My right nostril is bothering me. Alright, I had a quick 15-minute nap before this stream. But I'm still feeling rather low energy. Warframe is up, fair enough, Nox. But just so you're aware, if I duck out early, that's why. Also, as a quick demonstration, do you know what I've been working on in the background of like streams and stuff? I've been doing a lot of recording for this bullshit. Do you see how this character doesn't have anything in their hands, but they do have a quiver on their hip? You might think, oh, this game just doesn't display stuff like weapons and offhands in the menu. No, it does. It does. So yeah, I'm not touching that, like, for this stream, though, because, like, I actually want to do something with my main character here. Punch everything in the face. Yeah, basically. And, it's weirdly been going well. Because it's not actually a true, I only do melee damage run. This has secretly become a bleed damage run. Just without a weapon or a shield. Quivers are okay, I just don't want to have something that's, like, visibly in the hand. This is my main, which is my lightning mage, or my lightning sorcerer, who, doesn't do anything special. Nothing special at all. Nope. Don't know why you would think they do something special. Nope. Not at all. 3,000 DPS from this. Oh, and that shit's rookie numbers. You want to know why? That's why. Cats have sharp claws, no? Yeah, no, that's pretty much my reasoning there. But also my reasoning is, like, I mean, it's still technically unarmed if you're just scratching them for their wounds. But right now where I am in the story for that run is like, oh, I'm facing off against a bunch of undead and skeleton. How are they bleeding to death? Or re-death, I suppose. Anyway, this character is in the endgame, so I actually have what is known as the Monolith of Fate. Which, proved to be interesting. So this is a timeline instability. Stupid nostril. I hate it when one nostril is just, like, weirdly plugged. Ah. So this is almost like a dungeon in and of itself. Hang on. Try the nose blowing route. Blah. Where are my tissues? Ran out of tissues right as I was doing it. But thankfully I've got like 4 new boxes here. So we're fine. Better not be getting sick. Like, I already don't like the spring because my allergies go into overdrive. Wipe up after myself. Ugh. Ugh. That's a little bit better. Okay. This is why we need the microphone in such instances. Still. Bothers me, and I also pop my ears. Oops. Okay. Well, piles of gold. More EXP, less EXP, and they have more resistances. Rare relics, fixed shards, glyphs, tomes of experience. I want glyphs, though. We're gonna go this way. Level 58, start. I'm a little over-leveled, just a skosh. Just a little bit. Alright. So from what I understand, I am now in true endgame mode. You're probably not gonna see me, like, dish out all my DPS war tombs with spiders. Oh. Oh, those enemies don't fight together. Ooh. Assassin's Ice Scepter. It was blue because it has something on there that I want to try to take off if I can. Oh, yeah, and when I blink, I create a bunch of mirrored images. Look, it was the only way I could beat the boss to get to this point, okay? The game did not appreciate my shenanigans. Oodles of gold, though. Damn. Also, given new information, I'm now considering getting Saga Emerald Beyond. I saw! So the demo is the only thing that, like, makes it so enemies' fights don't respawn, huh? Really weird choice there, devs. Really don't want to, like, mask that, you know? Echo conquered. Looks like I can open a portal at any time. But if I keep slaying enemies, I'll get bonus stability, so there's, like, a bonus for doing this. Oh yeah, and aside from my blink, pretty much every single one of my abilities on my hotbar increases my lightning damage in one way or another. I am literally just doing lightning damage. And that's it, and nothing will stop me. I hate that bug. They claimed it was to prevent people from overgrinding during the 3 weeks before in the demos release and the actual games release. Then fucking make it so progress isn't saved. I know that's been the practice, but like, dog. Like, there are ways to make it so people don't break your game forever and ever. Removing a core feature of your game for the demo is just a bad play. Or, I don't know, cap their level? Like, man. Open the lost... Ooh. Oh, well, I can't use that. Specifically a rogue's bow. Another weird little bug I see is some items just don't display their name. Depending on the item. Excuse me. That's not useful for me. Fools. Fools. Trying to well. Oh, holy shit, that was a lot of money. Saga doesn't have levels. It operates on Final Fantasy 2 lot. Okay, well, you know what I mean. Give stat caps, then. Make it so a player can't get stats over a certain point. Or something, you know. Be more reasonable about it. I think I killed every enemy. Open portal. The echo of a world. Ah.
Yes.
Nifty. Don't think any of this had much that I wanted on it. I mean, that did. It had critical hit strike, but... Unless it's specifically something that I'm wearing that I can improve, it's going to be hard to improve my gear at this point. And I don't want to just take it apart just to try to find something. What the fuck? Crit strike multiplier, increased damage over time. I don't do damage over time. Necrotic damage, I do exclusively lightning. That is terrifying and is also for level 62, so, I mean... You know. Increased cast speed and increased mana. I need my mana over a certain point, so... And it's not over that certain point, actually. And that's specifically because of my idols. Increased lightning damage, it's doubled if I have over 300 maximum mana. So right now, I'm not even at my full potential. I definitely have something like this, because holy shit. I'll keep my eyes open. For the moment. Buy a few of those.
Take care.
I was gonna say, do I want to open that? Attuned Shrine Boots of Defense. Attunement, Vitality, Armor. Okay. What the fuck? It keeps going? What do you mean it keeps going? Hey, don't mind me. It's low-key sounding like fucking Eddie! This shit is insane! Why does it keep going? Okay, so I can get glyphs, which those are really nice, especially if they're the rare kind. Enemies have a 40% chance to apply Mark for Death on hit. High health enemies take 25% less damage. Ew. I'm gonna go this way, thanks. Snowbound Graves. This is perfect. Why wouldn't it? Excellent point. God, this shit is disgusting. Do you see that? Yes, I'm overleveled for him. But that doesn't change the fact that, like, even though it's, like, only 6 levels, I melted that motherfucker. It's basically an optional mini-boss, and he's dead. God, I can't do that against normal bosses, because shit. Shit! Now, if only all Diablo likes, and, like, action role-playing games could be like this, you know? Shimmering Sprig and Branch of Sleet. Holy hell, plus 75 elemental damage. That's actually pretty good for a blue. Like, don't get me wrong, not amazing, but still pretty good.
I cannot do that.
Oh, those are my mirror images. I just tried to kill me. Oops. You ever just, you know, run around in a snowbound graveyard and you see yourself and you try to kill yourself? Yeah, me neither. Did you enjoy yourself, Aber? Layers long sort of suppression. That's because it's got critical strike multiplier on it. Oh, and the reason why I'm not seeing every weapon show up is because I have this filter. It's called Lightning Mage Wants. It will show unique set and exalted items. It'll recolor items with 20 affixes. It'll hide anything that's normal and magic. Otherwise, hide unwanted items, which just hides anything I don't want to see, period. And hide non-mage items, which are anything that requires this class, but isn't any of the above. Because it goes in order. If it fits anything above that requirement, it'll show it. If it doesn't, it just says, what item? Basically a wrong order if-then list. I say wrong order because, like, if I were to actually program that, I would put it in the opposite order, because if I'm not a Primalist, or a Rogue, or a Sentinel, or an Acolyte, or, you know, then why do I want to see it? Hive of Ice Beetles! I also don't always use Arcane Ascendance, because it roots me in place. So not good for the old mobility. Ooh, more shards. Copper Chalice of Embers. Excuse you. Ah, it's the cast speed. Okay. Honestly, I should make it that if it doesn't meet any of my pre-requirements, like if it's rare, yellow or higher, it doesn't show up. 'Cause that's basically what I've got for my no weapons run. Although that also pretty much says for, like, requirement 1, if it is a weapon of any kind, do not show it. We don't want to pick it up. Not because it auto-equips, because that was, like, the first thing I tested. Remember, on stream. But because it just fills up my inventory, and I can't fucking do anything with a filled inventory. Because, like, we want to pick up the other stuff, primarily just for selling fodder. Because every bit of gold helps. For mostly later game. You know. Ugh, it's bad. This feels illegal now that I'm playing it. Like, I'm so used to not having all the damage output in the world. And it feels nice playing the game, quote, normally, unquote. Because as well as the run is going for the challenge of fist weapons only, or, you know, no weapons, no shields, also my bonus stability is maxed. There are more enemies. They might have rare items that I want. Like, oh, it's my fucking logic. Like, I swear I play these games incorrectly. Because I kill everything and I end up being over-leveled, and it's like, is that wrong of me? Should I not do that? And my only answer is, I don't fucking know, but I'm having a good time. I mean, especially when it's like, I don't have to, you know, hope that the right skill drops in Path of Exile. Not that I'm, you know, shitting on Path of Exile, because, like, it's a fine game. More so, that's just a frustrating aspect of it. Of, like, since all the skills are gems, it's... You just kind of have to cross your fingers and hope the right skill drops. Some of the quest lines will give you, like, skills by default, but they're not always the skills that you want or even need. It would be nice if, like, the talent tree had, like, some guaranteed skills that you could permanently unlock on a character, but it's like, because it's not a gem, it's not upgradable. So typically it's, like, just something you want to pick up temporarily before you, like, remove that point and put it elsewhere. I remember my Diablo 3 playthrough where I hit the level cap in Act 2. So were you playing the game right, or... did Blizzard at the time just not expect players to kill everything? Because it sounds like Blizzard at the time did not expect players to kill everything. I also really... Do you see these boots? They are 8 armor. The only reason I have them equipped is because of the ward decay threshold. That was on the Switch. Never mind. But yeah, no, that doesn't sound well balanced at all. For some reason, I could just keep doing random dungeons. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That sounds can't say that sounds very balanced. All right, now that the quest is done, I can use the portal to get the hell out of here. Done exploring the area? Not really. There's a fair bit that I can still do. Nominally scales to you, both enemies and truck. Why would you design dungeons like that in a game where your level matters for the progression of the story? That seems so fucking short-sighted. And we're gonna implement random dungeons. Should we make them so that way they're relatively leveled for the area that they're in? No! Let's make it so it scales to the player's level. Why would you do that? I mean, don't get me wrong. Sounds like fun if you like breaking games in two. As far as just general design philosophy, though, player doesn't really earn the whole I broke the game in two, now do they? At least in Disgaea, like, you either have to be clever or you have to grind your ass off. Needless to say, when I reached Diabolo, he was something of a joke. I would hope so. Critical Shrine. It's not very useful, because I basically killed everything. Yeah, but there's still some things I can kill. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's either one of my idols or one of the level ups on one of my abilities. Because my shit can get out of control quickly when it comes to... This is called Flame Ward. Believe you me, it's not actually Flame Ward. It's Lightning Ward. Where it just stacks. And it keeps stacking. And it gets really fucking scary really fucking quick. That everywhere? Not quite. 9 chapters, 3 more planned. The game isn't even fucking done yet. Ah! And here I am doing a no weapons, no shields, fists only challenge. I know you don't play these games typically for just their story, but like, you know, it's like part of what happened with me in Path of Exile. I beat the game, and then they kept expanding it, so I'm like, well, I beat it at one point. As not a mage. Yeah, as not a mage. Fair distinction. Technically, I'm doing that run right now. Ooh, Glyphs of Hope and Glyphs of Chaos. Alright, I see how that works. Get it. Look at all this loot that falls outside of what I want to pick up. That's rings fall outside of my purview? Really? Oh, you know what? It's because it's a magic item. Like, I don't want to pick up just a regular ass magic ring unless it's got something on it that I want. Elemental critical strike multiplier. Shades scrying Eye of Frost. I spent 10,000 and I'm back down to fucking 80, or I'm back up to 80,000. Jesus. Ornate Wand of Freezing. Plus 47 spell damage. Chance to poison on hit. Not interested. At least not under normal circumstances. I mean, I might be willing to grab it. I'm just weird like that. Oh, right. I sealed off some extra mana on that, which, by the way, you can do that. That's a mechanic. You can, quote, seal off, unquote, a trait on an item, and it still has that trait. It's just off out of orbit.
Take care.
You don't have to worry about it anymore. It just keeps going. Alright, so I can go that way for Tomes of Experience. There's a key that way. An arena key. Idols. We missed runes. There are fixed shards this way. Crit strike avoidance and more health? Rude! Like, half of my build is crit. How dare you? How dare you? So rude, I swear. Enemies heal if they've not been damaged recently. Rare amulets. More snowbound graves. Kind of want to grab the arena key, though. Or the idols. We'll grab the arena key. The festering sewer. Just getting more crit. You know, that's a pretty good idea. You ever notice how in like a fucking fantasy game that like their sewers are weirdly big? Motherfucking teleporting bears again. In the soul cage. Jeez, you heard of drop bears. Get ready for teleporting bears. What? Hi. Hello. Also teleporting skeletons. I guess. Reminds me of many a time in campaigns where players tried to sneak in through sewers, often be told, that would be a great idea if your height was measured in centimeters and not meters. Right? Because, like, in modern times, there are sewers big enough to support people walking through them. But also, like, in modern times, sewers have become, like, some of the filthiest places that you could possibly walk through and are incredibly dangerous as a result. Not to mention, it's basically, like, inhospitable for humans down there. Like, you can barely breathe in some places. And, like, obviously not all sewers are that bad. It's like, there are people that work in the sewers all the time, but, like, it's not fun. Inquisitor Captain Nerva. Okay, bye. Fuck me, boss. And I just murder them right then and there. The average interior plumbing pipe has an exterior diameter of 2.5 inches. I subtract wall thickness and amount for the filling. Yeah. You don't exactly have a lot of room to get in. Now, an aqueduct is a bit different. Wait. Oh, that's just a candle. I'm like, the fuck? Is that a cake? No, it's a candle on a brick. But it could have been. What? What the fuck? What are quillhogs doing down here? The bears I kind of understand. The quillhogs? But, like, yeah, if you had something like an aqueduct, because, I mean, how are you going to get fresh water into or out of a place? Sometimes you need to, like, run it through a river or an aqueduct. That way, like, maybe an inn has access to that fresh water from the inside. Maybe some noble person's house has access to that same aqueduct or something. You know, you could probably sneak in through an aqueduct. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, because it's probably going to be guarded on the outside, but hey. A little bit different, same idea. But of course, if they have like little inlet pipes, then your shit's still kind of full. I'm mostly thinking of like the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask there, where like the Stockpot Inn has the whole like river running through it for some ungodly reason. Like there's a whole ass river running through town, and the Stockpot Inn like actually has some of it show back up. Even ancient aqueducts tend to not be that big when they approach abodes. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, sewers should be like someplace where someone is hanging out in the sewers, not, oh, we can sneak into a person's house through the sewers, because, like, no, you're fucking not. How do you think you're gonna sneak into their house through the sewers? Oh, I apparently didn't kill everything. I missed some things.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Primarily because engineers smart enough to design aqueducts also were smart enough to consider thieves. Fair. Thieves, assassins, ne'er-do-wells. You can think of it, the engineer probably thought of it. Engineers! They keep shit like that in mind. I run a game where all the PCs were tiny fey, and plumbing was considered dangerous shortcuts. So, yeah, see, in that case, that's entirely fair when the, like, tiny little fairy is like, yeah, we're gonna sneak in through the plumbing. Like, I mean, okay. Or, say you ran a campaign where everybody was like a rat. I mean, it is not impossible for a rat to sneak up through your toilet. Now, is that very feasible? Don't worry, people that have a, like, phobia of rats. The possibility like that is so incredibly low, some might call it improbable. Unfortunately, it is not zero. Have fun sleeping at night, or have fun using the toilet. I mean, that said, like, if a rat is not going to, like, jump up and bite your butt, you know, if you're using the toilet. If anything, a rat is going to, like, climb out, see that the toilet is a little obfuscated, investigate, and the second that you shriek, it is going to, like, go back down, yelling to itself, nope, 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 as fast and as loud as it can. Because if me having rats has taught me anything, sometimes they're jumpy little buggers. As toilets have gotten lower flow, the piping has gotten smaller. Yeah, true. But, like, we're expecting, like, this would be fantasy times, and you're playing, like, magical or, like, rat people that are, like, tiny little rats still, you know? So not like rats in New York City or whatever the fuck. Granted, you could have a campaign do that. Not saying you can't. Really? Am I just that bad at investigating that I have somehow missed the spawning location of these enemies several times at this point? Or is this patrolling? Hmm. Well. Plus experience. Delicious experience. The Arboreal Circuit! Again, I have this ring. It's not a bad ring, but like, it is currently sitting in my treasure chest. It's unique, huh?
Yes?
Here, you can have it. Ooh, that belt actually looked new. What the fuck was that? Philosopher's Spider Silk Sash. Ooh. Too bad it got nothing on my ward trail. What do we have here? The Volkauer Regalia of Life. 170. Holy shit. There we go. And it's got the... Ooh. How much for... Ew. 12? There is no way I can make that into, like, a... like a proper piece of equipment. Although then there's the Mystic Plate. 64, level 52. Apparently that's higher level. Probably because of the ward decay, because that's basically giving you bonus HP. And the decay threshold means that, like... I just sneezed. The decay threshold means that, like, your ward will not naturally go below that point if you ever get ward above that point. So it might have low armor, but it basically gives you, like, an extra 123 HP. And mana spent gained as ward. Pretty good. Nope, don't care for that.
Take care.
Okay. Rare relics. An arena key. All modifiers last for 2 echoes. Huh. Instead of just that echo, huh? Necropolis Caverns. Poor Corvids. Oh well, more their fault for joining the enemy than mine. I say it if I totally don't have an option to not kill them. I am powerful enough that I could probably just ignore them for a good while. Right. I was dumping... Well, I most assuredly was dumping points into this now, wasn't I? Okay, maybe don't feel bad about the Corvids considering they are casting necromancy. No bueno, those birds are probably dead.
Fools. Fools.
Deft and noble gloves of stamina. Oop. Activate haste. You're not that clever. Ooh, hello. Oh, abyssal gold ring of blocking. The warrior's northern bow of static. What the fuck was that? It's a bone amulet. It's a little fucked up. That is not something I would wear. Oh my god. Speaking of rats. But are you running out of comfy stuff for your little hidey hole? Huh? Would you like me to give you some of my tissues? One of my ratties is awake. And there's some, like, other soft, like, toilet paper slash tissues around in the cage. And he just went to go grab some and put in the main hidey hole that has, like, all of it. So it's like, are you running out or something? Or are you just moving it around? Whoa! Whoa! Oh, get out of here. Chad, get out of here. Oh, it's death. Kinda, sorta, not really. One moment. I hope I'm not getting sick. It would really suck. Zippity zappity. Zappity boom. Oh, those are my mirror images again. Don't mind me as I keep trying to kill my mirror images. I love that. It's literally like... It's like they don't even get to finish the sentence before they have to drop back dead. Yes, hi, hello. Sniffle, sniffle. A lot of dead... Oh, they're already dead. A lot of re-dead bony boys. And murked. Opens the portal to the arena in Champion's Gate. Did I pick up anything cool that I could try to work into an upgrade? It doesn't seem like it. Well, I guess I'm putting that key away. I won't use this one. Yes, make a new stash to excuse you. Keys.
Yes.
I don't know if this was a thing in, like, Diablo and stuff, but, like, you can just make however many stash tabs you need, it seems. And all it'll cost you is some gold. I like this, personally. Hailborn, Boots of Embers. Yeah, that's cute. Glacial Crusader, Gauntlets of Insulation. Blighted Ornate Wand. Are we sure that's an ornate? Because that looks like, you know, bones. I mean, I guess it is ivory, if you think about
Take
it.
care.
Quest Echo unlocked. By stabilizing the timeline to this point, you'll unlock a key moment in the timeline's history. Will it show me where? Rare daggers. Don't need that. That's another arena key. Would want that. Piles of gold and rare relics. Let's head to the Twisted Mire. We'll get all nearby echoes revealed. This is neat. I like this. Like, if this is how they want players to engage with their game while, you know, we wait for them to create the rest of the story, not a bad deal.
Fools. Fools.
Because, like, this shit had, like, 9 chapters of story. Kinda, sorta a big fucking deal. Like, legitimately. Because, as I remember, Path of Exile, you know, as, like, the MMO that it was, free-to-play and everything, only came out with, like, 5 acts? Which I know is, like, the standard, kinda, for these sorts of games, but now it's, like, up to, what, fucking 14? But it took, like, another 6 years to get to that point. Meanwhile, here's Last Epoch. It went into early access not that long ago and recently came out in 1.0. And they basically have finished the game. With not the, like, you know, the heroes win ending. Like, they're still working on the heroes win ending, but with the... You know what? I'm just not going to say anything. If you haven't played this game yet, you don't get spoilers! Because I love you too much. That came out weird. Platonically. There we go. Saved it. Nailed it. Oh, what do we have here? Yeah, I'd say mirror images should last longer, and you... Alright, I was going up this way. Because the longer I'm in this, and I can be in it for a while, the more damage I should be doing, frankly. Like, it just gets worse and worse the longer I manage to stay in it. Until either you are dying, or until I run out of mana, whichever comes first. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Fools. Fools.
Yeah, you know, just let that cap out at like 11,000 damage per second. When I have all of my buffs Oh god! Oh god, that's the void! Yeah, I'm honestly probably only gonna show Exalteds like that if they're not Exalteds. What are they fucking called? They're called something specific, but like I should really only show it if they have like one of the stats I'm looking for. Again, I don't know if I can commend this game enough for like making it so basically any and all builds can work. Echo conquered. Beacon lit. Because it does genuinely feel like no matter what I try, like provided that it's within reason, this game will let me build just about anything. Doesn't mean that they're all going to be good. But the game, just because it lets you specialize in up to 5 skills, its skill tree is pretty comprehensive for what the character can do. Like it all feels pretty damn good. A leeching Chris of blinding. Like, I think Last Epoch came out this year, didn't it? And while I have not yet played Baldur's Gate, like, this is absolutely one of my favorite games of this year. Like, it's pretty damn good. Like, I had some gripes fighting the current final boss, because I had to readjust my build some. It didn't always look like this. There was a different spell where Q is, that I ultimately determined that I wasn't using, and I was just sitting on it. And I was also, like, improperly using it, because, like, its potential was not being met. Because it's primarily an ice spell that got re-elemented into a lightning spell. But all of the stuff on it basically used, like, effects and statuses that were for ice damage, and I didn't want to, like, go out of my way to pick those up because they weren't necessarily relevant to my build. Like, I could have made use of them, but it's like, put Frostbite on them, and it's like, I've got nothing that's going to do anything with that if that's just, like, a non-damagey status. So I got rid of that. And I picked up Teleport. Plain and simple, and I respect Arcane Ascendance. And even though, like, I make mirror images, and the mirror images cast the different elements, I'm over here like, I mean, it's not me doing it. And also, like, that damage is piss poor, and the mirror images are not there to do damage. They are there to soak damage, thank you.
I cannot do that.
Because they actually have a higher aggro pull than I do. Not that great. And, like, it... there does come a point where it's like, under most encounters, it's like, they are not really doing anything, huh? Drops a unique item. Long shot. Puncture cannot be dodged. Puncture deals up to 40% more damage. More hit damage to distant enemies. Does more bow elemental damage. Or adds bow elemental damage. Plus 40 bow physical damage if you have at least 40 dexterity. Gosh, that would be amazing. On the right kind of build, it's worth 500. Of course I'm going to drop something to pick that up. What do you have? Okay, if that's it, then it's like, yeah.
Yes.
I'm actually going to double check. Because I've kind of been sitting on all of my uniques, even though I can't use them, just to like... The fuck was that? I can't use it, but that's cool. Also, what was that? Ah, Blighted Opal Ring of Regrowth. +1 to all attributes and cooldown recovery. Which is cute, but, you know, not useful.
Take
But,
care.
like... Yeah... Yeah, this game sure does give you a lot, doesn't it? I'm also keeping set items in here. Just because, you know... Yeah... They're like that color. Oh, I can also change this logo so it, you know, is actually keys. Damn. I would like it if I could just transfer items from different stashes, but, I mean, I kind of understand why you can't. Kind of. Also, I'm kind of low-key hoping that this shows up in my no, you know, weapons, no shields run. Because, I mean... It's not very good, but, like... I think there's another one as well. Avarice is, like, super Fighting Chance. There it is. This is the one I kind of want to see come up. Yeah. Yeah. Because, like, even though I'm doing, like, very little physical damage, like, you know, plus 50% more of that's nothing to sneeze at. Because plus 50% at 2 is 1. Which is like 1.5 times more damage in total. Like, these are all of the set items and uniques that this game has given me throughout the entirety of my playthrough on this main character so far. And the reason I'm keeping track of it is, like, how generous is this game? Very. They're not all relevant, but, like, it almost doesn't matter some of the times. It's like, at some point, it's going to drop something relevant, whether you want it to or not. And, like, these are all of my idols that I've also picked up. Not all of them apply to me. But these are, like, all the idols I can equip. I sold everything I couldn't equip. The game's got some insane drops. Which you want to see that in a game like this. You want to see it drop literal insane shit.
Yes.
Like, you don't want to have to sit there and, like, work out, oh, can I equip any of this or not, like, every 5 minutes. But you want to see, like, new shit. You want to see stuff that you have to sit there and think for half of a second as you're like, do I want that? You know? Plus 5 attunement's pretty good, though. Attunement is a stat. So that'd be plus 10 mana. Then I'd be losing 8 intelligence, which I have. Nice. But this actually gives me so much. Like, if you hold Alt when it's not bugged over your abilities, like, you can see what's being manipulated here. And, like, for every point of intelligence, that's, like, plus 4% increased damage. That's plus 1% mana efficiency. So this is, like, one of my most mana-effective spells. That just straight up is 138% mana efficient. So, like, I want all of the intelligence I can get my mitts on. Whoa! Who's not fucking around when it said nearby, huh? Rare body armor, tomes of experience, glyphs, tomes of experience, idols, arena key, rare body armor, exalted helmets. Hello. Rare wands and catalysts. Wait, can I just... What the fuck? I can just change my mind? What? And that's how I start the quest echoes. Will I get a warning if it's like, oh no, you will lose your progress here if you enter this echo. Ransacked camp. Also, Lagon is an asshole. Just saying. Hopefully I didn't lose my progress. Empire found us. We tried to fight them off. There were too many of them. We were overwhelmed. Blast the outcasts. Some managed to flee, and they likely went south. The rest were either gathered up and taken, or their souls were extracted straight on sight. Some, even a few of us of the outcasts, were alive. They've been prisons along on the north side of the camp. There's an early ritual going on up there. Here, don't let it be too late. I guess I'll find them. Oh, and out of context, like, this is in and of itself like a tiny little snippet of a story. Like, the overarching plot of the game, though, I'm not worried of, like, spoiling any of it while I'm in here, honestly. Mage's Celestial Helm of Frost. Neat. But, like, this is very bleak, especially considering what I went through. And, like, if you know, kind of think of, like, story tropes and stuff, you know, for this time, like, this bit, this period, probably what the original plot line, rather than this fork in the timeline, is suggesting is, like, oh, the rebels were, you know, kind of a scrappy underdog team, but they were making progress against the evil immortal empire, etc., etc. But in this fork of the timeline, it's, I mean, it was just straight up admit, like, the outcasts are losing. Bad. Like, it's to a point where there's no hope. Like, this is a desperate last gasp. That, like, to survive. Anyone left alive to survive. This is a desperate last gasp. And if they succeed, if they can get away, they can hide for just long enough, maybe they can survive, and maybe, like, there's a future for them. Not a good one, but there's hope. But in all likelihood, they gonna lose, and it's gonna be over. And there's nothing they can do about it. Sapphire. If only that didn't improve cold damages like that. Alright, so they're all dead. That'd be our barricade. And of course, because alternate timeline shenanigans, and this game features a lot of time travel as a spoiler. It's a real early game. Like, you leave chapter 1 and go into chapter 2 just having done your first time hop. Like, our presence here is abnormal. Like, we're going to be the only reason that we get to see any more of this story. Because otherwise it would end here. Right? Like, the Immortal Empire wins. As much time travel as time spinners? Weirdly, not nearly as much. Like, I've not played time spinners, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Outside of needing to hop from timeline to timeline, I have done weird random time travel all of like 4 times, maybe 5. And like required time traveling, like you go to each timeline once pretty much. Sometimes you have to like go back to another timeline you've been to before, but otherwise like you don't really have to. Alright, that's 2. Like, the unfortunate thing for me is that there is a timeline known as the ancient, or there's a time known as the ancient time, and it's like, oh, that seems really cool, because then you'd see, like, dinosaurs and everything. And yes, you do, but you go to the ancient time all of 4 times, and twice it's for navigational purposes. Or, I don't even think it's twice. I think it's once for navigational purposes. They don't do much more with it, and it's very kind of disappointing. So they might be doing something with it as far as development is concerned, but for right now, it's like the ancient time is there as a teaser, maybe? I don't know. Is there a time before the Immortal Empire? Yeah, that's the time that you start in. Like, you start in the time before the Immortal Empire, known as the Divine Era. Destroy the bones of the outcasts. Oh, we were too late. Never fucking mind, I guess. This shit's fucked. People are dying.
I cannot do that.
Echo conquered. So yeah, you start the game in an era in which gods and whatnot exist and are very real. And then your first time hop actually skips over the Imperial era and you go to like the Ruined Age. Where like shit's super bleak, your character's like, what the fuck? And you just kind of go from there. And, like, here's the time of the Immortal Empire. There's a lot that's going on. You're trying to, like, basically change the timeline so that ruined future doesn't happen. By any means necessary, really. Well, I think you're the last human alive. Shit sucks, I'm sorry. That just didn't drop anything.
Yes.
Oh. Cool. Ah, no, give me that back. As far as I'm aware, I have infinite room for affixes, and I don't want to lose any of them. Angelka streaks. Streaks? Streets. In this timeline, the Immortal Empire secures a decisive victory over the living outcasts to quell the rebellion. The final stand takes place in Majelka between the living and the undead. Fight for the survival of the living. Gonna be real. Again, we're very much fighting a last gasp. Go to where the outcasts are fighting. Working on it. Yay, that glitch. Shit is on fire. And, like, Majelka was a ruined city by this point. Because, like, you know, the Immortal Empire is basically winning. And, like, Majelka would have been a serious contender if it wasn't already in ruins. Because, like, you come to it and you're like, that's a big city. And yeah, it is. You can check the map. It's a big city. Oh my god! Holy shit! They only get to keep fighting because I showed up. Look at all of the blood in that fountain. Frankly, that viscera is like... that can only be human viscera. Living people viscera. That's a lot of blood. Like, holy shit. Shit is not looking good for the survivors. I forgot, what was Lucina's crit line in Awakening again? I don't remember. You're gonna have to look it up. It could be time to change fate. Take the upper square and defend it while the survivors flee. So there's too many of them. And they have to fall back. Holy shit! And they're only doing like 3 damage a strike. So it's not surprising they're not doing anything. Echo conquered. Not quite the line I was thinking of. It's, I challenge my fate. Still fitting here, though. Like, this isn't even the timeline that we were on. This is somebody else's timeline. There we go. Now my fucking sinus starts to calm down.
Yes.
Bleh. What the fuck am I supposed to do with dexterity? Yeah, it gives me dodge rating, but what am I supposed to do with that? Not using disintegrate, though that's cute that it increases its skill level. Have anything this time? Sure don't. A timeline that's maybe a little less fucked? Maybe? Mummified Nagasa, cool. Man, you know a timeline is fucked up when enemies from, like, several areas that maybe shouldn't be interacting in that area start showing up. Pay no heed to the fact that there's a giant golem up there. None of your concern. Oh, I'm sorry. An Ice Goliath. Don't know why a Metroid Prime boss is here, but it is. Giant rats. Hey, another relic. Maniforge Spriggan Branch of Stillness. Plus 80 mana on that bitch. Yo. I'm not crazy about the plus 38 spell damage. That's minus 4 spell damage overall. But I can definitely use that. What's its forge rate on it? 31. Holy shit. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Out of here. So that's at tier 6. What I can try... I don't think I have any of it. That changed it into an epic. What I can do is a Glyph of Chaos. Fingers crossed that this will turn into, like, intelligence. Spell damage. Well, I mean... Plus 60% increased spell damage. Pretty good. What can we add as a suffix? Chill, ignite, shock. We'll add shock on hit. 1, 2, 3. And Which one's refinement? Rerolls the values of all affixes on the item within their tiers. It's not refinement. Which one is it? I don't have it. There's another rune that just rerolls these, and I could see if I could max them out. I don't want to do refinement because it'll reroll everything here, and that's not necessarily what we want. Last of its forging potential. Plus 80 mana, 42% increased mana regen, 80% increased spell damage, 77% increased stun chance, plus 30% chance to shock on hit. We're going to do a quick comparison. 3715. 3766. Yeah, it's a minor change in exchange for... Ah! That is also why it is a minor change, because suddenly the stuff activated. Grimoire of Necrotic Elixirs. A unique reliquary grimoire that I could technically equip. But, yeah, that's so minor a change because all of this is doubled. So ultimately, we only lost, like, 20-something% lightning damage. Not that big of a deal. Like, we're okay with that change. We can fix that later, even, with a different item. A different slot to upgrade. But ultimately, this means I'm tankier because I regen more health. This will last longer because my mana regen is more at play. Stop that. Oh, while I'm thinking about it. It has one forging potential. Let's see if I can just, like, you know, remove one of these, and then we'll just break everything else. Hey, we got the lightning damage ones. I will take that. Shatter it. I love the forging system in this game. Don't have a piece of equipment that you need? Does it have a shitload of forging potential? No problem. Make the thing you need. Like, that is the best answer to, like, has RNG been a bitch to you? Slap RNG in the face and say, no! I've grinded long enough. It's time for a guaranteed. Crit Strike Avoidance. I could actually do a minus 44 mana, and it wouldn't really affect me. Hold on. Time out. Time out. Crit Strike Multiplier and Crit Strike Chance. Is that both on the left? Because I think increased cast speed is something on the left. Yes. I don't really care that much about endurance. What can I put over there instead? Bunch of resistances. All right, we'll keep endurance. 26 forging potential. Glyph of Hope. Oh fuck! I burned one of my glyphs of hope. Technically, I burned 2. Oops. But yeah, let's upgrade the multiplier. Ooh! Ooh! Critical success! We take those. Great crit chance. More endurance means more HP, in which will take reduced damage, or a bigger HP threshold. So I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll this. I'll take poison resistance, sure. Endurance got upgraded too. Like, it sucks because I'm losing cast speed, but, I mean, that's not the most important thing in the world here. We're losing 44 mana, but we're also getting plus 21% critical strike multiplier, so my crits do 2.2 times damage, plus 40% crit strike chance, which, that's multiplicative, not additive, unfortunately, plus 7% endurance. Oh! Actually really good. Don't want to re-roll that on accident. Now my endurance is plus 14%, which is great. Oh, right. Endurance is like reducing how much damage I take once I hit my endurance threshold. Also, I think this is a bug, but if you don't take this out and you just close your forging menu, it shows. Alright, so now I take half damage, less than half damage, when I'm at 236 HP or less. Plus, we've got 13% additional poison resistance. And we have almost a 1 in 3 spell critical strike chance. And yeah, 2.2 times damage when we crit. That could be huge. Like, at this point in, like, the game, this is very much the refinement stage. Like, you're just refining everything. Just shock attacker. That's cute, but not what I'm really looking for. Slow attackers. Nothing there is really interesting. And, like, there's a gambler enemy, or enemy. Gambler merchant, where you can buy items off of them. And, like, you don't know what affixes they have. You don't know what, like, rarity the item is going to be, all up until you buy it. Then the rarity is rolled, then the affixes on it are rolled, its stats are rolled. Because you can see, like, between what... Oh, that's huge! I have no idea how huge that is. So that was a dungeon key. I don't know how games like Diablo handled it. But, like, in this game, if you want to run a dungeon, you need a key. And once you enter the dungeon, the key is consumed. If you die in the dungeon, or you teleport out of the dungeon for any reason, your run is over. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. You get kicked out, and if you want to try again, you have to get another key. If you successfully finish the run, you still have to get another key. But you unlock the next difficulty up. With this character, I have not successfully cleared a single dungeon, and I have tried all of them. The closest I got was the dungeon key I just picked up, and that's the final, like, dungeon that I have access to. And it's, like, level 55. Coincidentally, that is the dungeon where I got the majority of my equipment that let me beat the game. Well, ostensibly beat the game. Because, you know, there's technically 3 more chapters in the works. The game's not done yet. Well, it isn't, it isn't.
I am not a man of many pockets. I am not a man of many pockets.
God damn you, just pick it up. Fuck off. Fuck off. 3% chance to cast Fire Aura when hit. These are so good. That's plus... Ew, plus 10 to Vitality. What the fuck? Get the hell out of my inventory. Get out! The hell's wrong with you? Like, no! Like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of my inventory. Sheesh. 37 gold cost and have an ass. Homunculus bile of deflection.
I am not a man of many pockets.
I'm gonna be real. The Acolyte has some of the grossest sounding relics. Okay, we did it. We're out of here. God, I feel like I'm gonna vomit. Should be in a read key. Put it into my newly made keys stash. We'll put you in the idle stash. Again, I don't think I'm ever gonna use that because I'm permanently stuck as being a sorcerer. So if I want to play another subclass of the words. Here, we're going to name this one Relics and Set Items. So if I ever want to see what other subclasses the mage gets, I'm going to have to make more mages, which sucks. I'm too used to Final Fantasy XIV where I can play everything, but I mean... Not a big deal at the end of the day, I suppose. Because that's like half of the reason that, like, people play games like Diablo. They make multiple characters so they can either play at the same level as their friends or, like, words. Try all the stuff and not feel like they're ruining their main as a result. Shimmering Ivory Ring. Kinda cool. Still want to, like, increase our crit chance. I would like a 1 and 2, a 50% crit chance, but I don't know if we're going to get there. How hard this is going to be. Alright, what do we got? Not quite there. I would love to get Exalted Helmets. Modifiers last for 3 echoes. Rare body armor. Is that another arena key? That is another arena key. We'll go here. The Harvested Titan. Excuse me? Oh, wait. Oh, right. This is not what I was expecting at all. But yeah, this looks right. Slay enemies to find Flame Guard's Sola. Then go kill her. But yeah, now that I'm playing... Yeah, that's a Titan Leech! A Titan Leech! If the leeches are that big, this is size accurate for the Titan. But yeah, I'm fine now that I've declared that, like, you know, for game clearing purposes, like, last Epoch is technically done. Like, I think I just put it down as, like, Chapter 9 clear. Because that's effectively what has happened. The game is done until they put in more chapters, and I have how many hours it took me to beat that much down. Once they say, like, we're done with the story and da-da-da-da-da, then, like, I'll finish it up, tack on however many hours that took me total, and then put down that as an end percent. God, this is grim and terrifying. Like, I am walking along either the corpse of or within the body of one of these titans, or this is just like a grave. Nope, you know what? This is a graveyard. This is a graveyard where they are harvesting the blood of these titans. That's kind of evident of that. A little fucked, I'm not gonna lie. Just a wee bit fucked. Okay, I just spotted the time. I have to go and pick up my partner from work at about 8:30, so we only have about... I mean, they probably won't be too mad if I'm a little late, but at the same time, I have an alarm set at 8:15. That'll disrupt the stream, so, like, we've got, like, 15-ish minutes tops. But, like, you know, just as something to say, long before the stream is ending, if you looked at last Epoch and you're like, I don't know, allow me to say, if you have the money, buy the game. If you don't have the money, wait for a sale. If you have some pretty wealthy friends, see if they'll gift you this game. If you have friends that are wealthy friends that are already playing this game, ask them if they'll gift it to you. Like, get this game. I'm serious when I say, like, I have had some of the most fun in a Diablo-like playing this game. And, like, I was so wrong when I'm like, I feel like I'm getting close to the end. Because I said that when I was, like, in Chapter 6. And then there was just more game. And I wasn't upset about it. I'm like, oh, I'm not that close to the end, huh? And again, my only singular gripe is it kind of felt like the final boss of Chapter 9 was a little bit of a bullshit difficulty spike, as well as the boss of Chapter, I want to say 8 or 7, felt a little bullshit to me, but my build wasn't finished then. And it made me go back and reflect on, like, my experiences with the likes of Dark Souls. I'm like, well, it doesn't hurt to experiment. It's gonna suck because I'm gonna have to grind. But then part of that grind was like, you know what? I have this temporal dungeon key. I'm gonna, like, reset some of my abilities, and I'm gonna go run through that really quick. And you know what? That's exactly what I needed. Cleared my head, beat the game. Just, I do like that the game gave me an option of something else to do since I was struggling so hard against the boss. And it's like, I mean, I have this dungeon key, and if I was too afraid to spend them, I would have had dungeon keys. I could have said, yeah, you know what? Let's go check this out. I think that's pretty smart design, if you ask me. Plus, it's multiplayer. Like, I'm pretty sure you can do 4-player online co-op. Puggin' or with your friends. I played this game entirely solo and I still had the time of my life. I think that's a sign of quality. Because y'all know how I am, like, you know, oh, Borderlands is not that good of a game. Oh, Helldivers 2, which BT dubs. Sony is being incredibly shitty, and I am reconsidering my allegiances to them. Like, Helldivers 2 is a fine game, but it is not a single-player game. You play that shit with friends, and, like, you'll have a pretty good time, but otherwise it was not designed for the single-player in mind. But even then, I could admit, like, it was fine. Had a lot of balancing issues, but, like, still have a good time, even if you're not necessarily talking to friends. Now, if the community would like to play on lower difficulties instead of joining and jumping out of the games that I was playing at, that would have been nice. You know, I could have had a better experience overall. And that still very much, like, clouds my view, because I've left a negative review on that game, and I don't intend on changing it, because I had a negative impression of the game as a result of that kind of playstyle that people had. It's like, I jumped in, played the game, and, you know, with friends I had a good time, but you try to pug, and it's like, you're like, what's his face from Pulp Fiction when he walks into the house, and he's like, okay, what am I fucking supposed to do here? You just look lost and confused, because you're like, what am I supposed to do about this player base? There's nothing I can do about this player base. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad, but it does mean that people are made way too easily frustrated. And that everybody is playing on, like, difficulties way higher than I had access to, and it would have taken a long time to unlock them. Also, I think the pacing is really not great, and again, and I will say this until the day I die, the fact that it is a paid game with microtransactions in it says a lot about the overall design philosophy. Granted, you can, with a lot of hours sunk into the game, and for some people, they can sink that many hours, unlock everything for free. I am not somebody with that amount of time. Also, I just realized I hadn't completed the fucking objective of this Echo. I am still running around just killing shit mindlessly. And, like, you know, I'm just, you know, boom! Everything dies. Yes, hello, Sola. Goodbye, Sola. I mean, I don't need to kill everything still, but, like... Also, low-key, this area kind of reminds me of a place in Path of Exile, which, considering the amount of heavy inspiration Path of Exile takes from Diablo, while also doing its own Eldritch God thing, shouldn't be surprised. Anyway, bottom line, play last Epoch. You'll have a good time. With friends or by yourself. And you can play on true offline mode if any of this chat down here bothered you, which I wasn't paying attention to. Because I'm just playing in regular offline mode. Delicious EXP. Nice. Good. Give unto me. Okay, they're all dead. Okay. I think I will have to call it here just to make sure that I'm ready to go drive off and pick up my darling. Hi! That is the most amount of loot that I could pick up from one of these chests yet. That's a bit disgusting, I'm gonna be real.
I am not a man of many pockets.
I get it, you're not a man of many pockets.
I am not a man of many pockets.
Just fucking move that amulet! Yeesh.
Yes.
Health on kill. What am I gonna do with dexterity? Oh no! Damn it! That had some potential. Do you see that first line? Then you read the rest of it and you're like, oh, never mind. Damn it. The worst. 8% chance to gain Lightning Aegis when hit. Uh, 16 armor, 6 iron or lightning resistance, frostbite duration. Shame I'm not a frost mage, but like that seemed like it'd be a really cool build based on what I've read. Not even online, just in the game. I have done like 0 reading as far as like how to build my shit. The most reading I did was like, okay, I want to start like this challenge run. What class would be a good choice for that? Looks online to see what classes can do. Determined that probably Primalist or Rogue are my best bet. Like, that's it. That's all the reading I did. This game is amazing. Go play this game.
Yes. Take care.
I'm probably, because, like... Hold on. Skills, crafting, combat mechanics, Monolith of Fate. Main endgame system in last Epoch. Characters can access the Monolith of Fate from the end of time, though it is designed to be started after the campaign. It consists of multiple timelines. All timelines have a fixed area level and their own set of layouts, enemies, and quests to encounter. First star timeline, there are multiple paths from the center island with an echo on each. After you complete an echo, the echoes behind it are also revealed, and so on. You can do any echo you've unlocked at any time. Completing echoes grants timeline stability. After you reach a certain threshold, you can select a quest echo from the top left side of the screen. After completing all the echoes in the timeline, your run is completed and you can choose a blessing that grants different bonuses such as character power or item finding benefits. Timelines that start with 100 corruption and have no maximum corruption. Scaled in difficulty until your character can no longer handle difficulty is unable to progress further. Corruption in the shade. Shades of Oribus within them. It doesn't say anything about, like, there will be issues if you leave the Echo early. I just want to check really quick. Okay. I got enough of this that I can do that, so I'll actually just leave this game running instead of close it. So I can come back and do that. And then I will run the risk of, alright, if I close the game, do I lose everything? Which I'm expecting the answer to be no, admittedly. Okay, Dove started streaming. I think y'all know which direction I'm gonna yeet you in. Thought Dove finished the 4 white mages run, unless they're doing the bonus content as 4 white mages, in which case, Dove, what are you doing? Dove! Actually, hang on, because the system changed. Frankly, for the better, but it was very much a shock. Oh yeah, no, Dove's doing the extra content for the GBA version. That's gonna be a run. Alright. Folks, thank you very much for sticking around to the end of the stream. Your time is one of your most valuable resources, and I appreciate you spending even a minute of it here, listening, watching, lurking, doing whatever it is that you're doing. Just to hang out with me. I like playing games, and I like showing off games, so it's good to have people hang out with me when I do so. Other than that, I will see you guys on Sunday for more Yakuza 5. So with that, folks, I'm going to start this raid. Please remember that you are always welcome here at Mana's Potion. And I will see you next time. Damn allergies.